I promise you I won't be too formal using the lecture, just old habits. So first of all, thank you very much, Carissa, for those introductory words, and also for the organizers to allow me to come and share a few observations about the TAP project. I think most of you probably know of the project. It's the European leg of the Southern Gas Corridor. That is a $45 billion almost inventor to bring Caspian gas into the European markets. An endeavor that constitutes a foundation for European security of supply, as we discussed. And TAP itself spans over Greece, which is our biggest geography. Albania crosses the Adriatic Sea until it reaches Italy. So I want to talk a little bit today about the partnerships. I want to talk about the partnership that we have developed with the Hellenic Republic to implement this project. It's a partnership that is, of course, underpinned by a number of very important elements and benefits. As Krista references, it enhances Greece's strategic role in the region and in Europe. It sends a very important signal of investor confidence in Greece. And of course, it implements a project which will make a notable contribution to economic stimulus. I think that the importance of the value of the project to Greece is well known, so I won't belabor these points today. Just suffice to say that having been selected as the option to bring Caspian gas into Europe is a huge achievement that we very proudly share with our partners in the Hellenic Republic. And of course, it is with a little bit of a special feeling that I address you today, as 2016 is the year where we will commence the actual construction phase. In Greece, we're planning to start the construction towards the middle of this year. And moving forward to this, we have concluded a number of very important milestones. We have established some very important partnerships with Greek businesses. To date, we have collaborated with some 150 Greek businesses and service providers. And as we're moving forward towards the construction phase, I'm also, of course, very pleased to note that Greek businesses have won a number of the major contracts, and they've done so in competition with other world-leading companies for the supply of line pipes, for construction, etc. We have established a very positive and constructive cooperation with DESFA, and of course we are working with technical chambers, chambers of commerce, industry confederations, like, for example, SVE, the Federation of Northern Greece Industries, with which we last year conducted 2 big events that managed to bring together international businesses and over 250 Greek businesses, ranging from the small to the larger, to try to make a contribution to stimulate this cooperation. So I think all in all, this tells a very strong story about excellent collaboration with the Greek government and with the Hellenic Republic. And I believe that we have shown and continue to show that by this kind of collaboration, it is actually very possible to implement a major geostrategic project whilst being equally conscientious of the international and the domestic, as well as the very local considerations. That's a holistic approach, and it is really important to us. And I would dare say that it is also a cornerstone in the continued support that we receive by the Greek government. That support for us is an acknowledgement not only about what we do, but also how we have chosen to do our business. An acknowledgement of the efforts that we are putting in, not only to realize the technical and commercial components of the project, but also to ensure that we execute this to the highest health and safety standards, that we protect and safeguard the environment, and of course, very importantly, also the interest and the livelihoods of the stakeholders that will be affected as we're going into the construction. Many of you know me, and you know that this is something which is very, very close to my heart. And I think we can probably say that we have made unprecedented effort in this arena. We've set ourselves some very high standards, and to live up to these standards, we have today conducted more than 450 specific meetings along the communities, in the cities and the villages along the route, informing and engaging in a dialogue about what are we going to do, where are we going to do it, how are we going to do it, and why are we going to do it. We have devised a land program geared to safeguard the livelihood of the landowners and land users, building a comprehensive new cadastre, identifying in a big census crops, land, etc., just to make sure that anybody who is affected is compensated fairly, if not to say excellently. And we've designated tens of millions into specific programs that we're now going to start rolling out in terms of working together with the communities. That is a cornerstone of what we are doing. The socio-economic commitment is a cornerstone. And of course, the other cornerstone to round up, as I've already emphasized, is around the partnerships. So, as concluding remarks, being here today with so many representatives from various Greek energy and international energy interests, I'd like to finish on that note of partnership, with the knowledge that these are actually the partnerships that have laid a very strong foundation upon which we will now realize this project. The knowledge that this is not only going to send a signal about efforts to safeguard investor confidence, stimulate economic growth, and support the tangible efforts which are now being taken to become an energy hub and strengthen our position in Europe, but also the key message that it is truly possible to realize a project of this magnitude and all the geostrategic and national and international components that we're talking about, and at the same time set standards also on the individual level for health and safety, for environmental protection, and least of all, for socio-economic collaboration. I thank you very much for your attention.
Κύριε Σκούφια, θα σας παρακαλέσω να μείνετε θα ήθελα να βάλω μία παράμετρο στη συζήτηση. Πρόκειται αναμφισβήτητα για τη μεγαλύτερη επένδυση αυτή τη στιγμή στην Ελλάδα και με γεωπολιτικές διαστάσεις πολύ σοβαρές. Και με αφορμή αυτό θέλω να βάλω την εξής παράμετρο και για τους υπόλοιπους συνομιλητές. Ο παράγοντας τιμές, επειδή οι μέτοχοι του ΤΑΠ είναι μεγάλες πετρελαϊκές εταιρείες περισσότερες και οι τιμές είναι εδώ και 1,5 χρόνο πολύ κάτω, πόσο αυτό μπορεί να επηρεάσει, να οδηγήσει σε κάποια καθυστέρηση, γιατί για ακύρωση δεν μιλάμε, είναι μακροχρόνιας πνοής έργα όλα αυτά, αλλά κατά πόσο μπορεί να επηρεάσει και γενικότερα τέτοιου είδους στρατηγικά σχέδια.
Hello. So the question is, in essence, with the decline in the oil price, if this has an impact in terms of the realization of the project. So the very short answer is no. The project will not have an impact in terms of challenging the realization of TAP in any way. The financial investment decision has already been taken. And I also have, in fact, one of my very owners who is fronting the money represented on the panel. So the short answer is no. The slightly longer answer is, of course, that no, but it does put an additional emphasis on cost management. And I think this is something that all of us in the energy business are experiencing. But then again, nor is the cost management emphasis in this business new, nor do I believe that it is a bad thing. It is a very good thing, because in the end of the day, our job is actually to realize our activities in the most cost-optimized way, because that is also what ultimately has an impact on the consumer prices.